All right, EJ Series A&D. Let's take a look and see what we've got. All right, so off to this side, probably the check weight. Gonna guess power adapter. An instruction manual with a scale pan and something else in there. I don't know if I showed that check weight very good. All right, the big reveal. The 54D, I think it is. Scale. So, let's take a look at this bad boy. That is a very nice looking scale. I didn't order it with any of the outputs, so you can always add them later. You can get USB output, you can get an RJ something or another cable output, so that you can output your data directly to your laptop or whatnot. Let's see here. I'm trying to do this with one hand. This is definitely a beefier scale than the Gem Pro that I have downstairs that has decided to start wandering around when it gives its readings. Okay. It's quite the dust cover on the top of this. I don't know if it hinges or... So that just slides. Somehow, oh, okay, there's a tab on either side. Give me a second here, you guys. There we go. There's your platter, which I'm guessing I need to put something on top of. All right, here we go. So, our whatever you call that, the platter. Another one that's got some blue film on it, which I will take off. Like so. And then a useless scale pan, which I will not be using. I'll be using the better one that I've got downstairs. So, this is probably how I'm going to end up using it without the cover on top, because trying to reach in there is going to prove to be really difficult when I'm weighing powder. There seems to be some more plastic on the back of this. Oh, this, gotcha. Apparently this can open up more. There we go. Boom. Well, that's not so bad. Reaching in like that. I do wish it was a hinged cover. Maybe they make one, I don't know. But for the time being, this is going to be pretty exciting. There's a bubble built into it for leveling, because obviously you want to have your scale as level as possible in order to get repeatable, accurate measurements. All right, cool. I'm going to go downstairs and plug this beastie in, let her warm up. All right, so turn this beastie on. And yeah, it is level. It's just shifted a little bit. Let's just adjust that one leg. That bubble drives me crazy. There we go, nice and centered now. Not that you can really see it worth a damn. There we go. So, hitting the units button over here. I'll get you out of the glare. I just have it programmed for grain and gram. It's really nice. You can go in and select which ones you want. There's about a dozen measurements that you can use, carats, yeah, a whole whack of different ones, moles, that you can use to weigh with, and I calibrated it. That is a bit of a pain in the ass. You got to slide this cover out from the bottom and hold this button underneath. It's not super nice. It would be great if the calibration button was on the front, or, you know, was available through one of the menus over here. I don't know why they did that. I guess maybe the thinking is you only calibrate it when you move it from one location to another, so you shouldn't have to calibrate it as long as it's sitting on your bench and you haven't done anything stupid to it. So yeah, gonna pop off the dust cover again, or the wind cover, sorry, like that. And there we go. Now you see that? Very sensitive. If I blow on it, which I'm just doing right now, that's just blowing over top of the over top of my phone. I mean, any decent scale should be able to do that. All right, so, oh, it's going to show me minus 0.5. So I'm going to take the pan off, put the pan back on, and confirmed. All right, here we go. Let's do some weighing. Got the stainless steel pan there that I like. I got that with one of my RCBS scales, either the beam scale or perhaps it came with the Charge Master. It's got a nice funnel on it for pouring into 9mm cases. That plastic one that this thing comes with, powder just falls over the edge. I had that, came with the Gempro as well. They're useless. This is my favorite pan, and I cannot find this pan to purchase anywhere. I've seen that they come looking exactly like that with some of the new RCBS scales, as well as with some of the new Hornady scales, but you can't just source the scale pan. I'm going to give them a call and see what I can get. So we're going to use the Mark 7 digital powder measure, or digital powder measure, to throw the charges. Let's see what we get. So 327.5. What's interesting is I've thrown about 3 dozen charges on this already, and it wasn't going to half a thou. It was just going to be 3.27, 3.26, whatever. Now, all of a sudden, it's doing to half a thou, which I did not expect. Let's try that again. Now we gotta get the pan. Now, there we go. Use you guys to tap out any powder that might still be in there. So 324.5, 325. I'll let that settle for a little bit. I mean, that's plenty good. .27. So you can see the 327.5 once it's sat and there's no movement at all, no air. So I'm pretty happy. I didn't expect it to go to half a thou. And now, of course, my breath is moving it. It's very easy to make this scale just with air movements change. Obviously, any good digital scale or beam scale is the same thing. but it reads fast. It's super accurate. It's nice that it goes to that extra decimal point, which I didn't expect. And it shows that the Mark 7 powder measure is super accurate. I held it with the previous scale to 0.02 of a grain accuracy, and what I've been observing with this so far is with powder that's properly settled in the powder measure, it seems to be accurate to 0.01 of a grain repeatability. So max spread, like it only ever seems to maybe throw a little bit low. It doesn't ever throw high. Whatever you get the charge weighed into, it's bang on that, and it might go a little bit low every now and then. But by a little bit low, I'm talking 0.01 of a grain with tight group powder. Obviously, different powders are going to be different. Long stick powder for rifle, they got to get cut when the powder measure rotates. So you're going to have a little bit more variations there. So, I mean, tight group and ball C2 and stuff like that are about the best metering powders you can get. So I'm pretty happy seeing this thing, you know, holding this kind of accuracy. I know some people have said that they didn't like the Mark 7 powder measures. I think maybe they got exposed to the first generation ones, which were sent with a rifle drum, not with a pistol drum, which for pistol guys obviously meant you had this great big cavity and you did have greater variations, and it was much harder to adjust, fine adjust. So yeah, there you guys go. I love this little scale. She's quite nice. I'll post a link to where you can get it from, Cambridge Environmental Products in Ontario. And yeah, it was just over $500 with shipping for this to come to me. All right, have a good day.